All right, we are back and we are here to talk about this show, child. Let's get into some things. How are you guys feeling? What are we on? What episode 3? Is this episode 3? I think it's episode
Two,
3.
two.
Child, I'm rushing
Mm-hmm.
everything. Everything. This year is rushing. Embarrassing. Well, a whole lot did not happen. But there are really two things that I wanted to bring up. The fact that Hamel told Kiki, thank you
For
for
your
your
service.
services. Okay. Kiki, you played yourself and tricked yourself up out your spot. I don't really know what else to tell you, but you did it to yourself. Shame on Mel and Stormy for even sitting up there supporting and having your back and thinking that you were
Yeah.
a different person when Tisha actually was like, she ain't really what y'all think. And then next thing you know, you sitting over there telling the tea about the show,
Hmm.
exposing the show, the tea. And and I feel like Wanda did that too, I feel. And when
Did
Wanda would
she?
tell too much
Or
information,
did
they
her
got
mama?
Wanda the hell up off the show.
Did Kiki spill the
Oh,
tea or did
girl.
Kiki mama spill the
You
tea?
right. Or did Kiki mama spill the tea? Same thing that was happening with Tisha mama spilling the tea. Kiki know what she did. I feel like Kiki knew exactly what she was doing.
Hell yeah.
And I don't feel like it was all her mom. I wouldn't be surprised if it was her too. And
I
you done
don't think it
tricked
was her
yourself
mama at
about your
all.
spot. Oh, you think it was solely Kiki?
Hell yes. It was solely Kiki because what I felt like we got out of this was Kiki had a rehearsal for the excuse that she was going to tell Mel with Stormy. So when she sat down with Stormy, that was simply a rehearsal to see what hole Stormy was going to poke through. And then when Stormy poked through all them holes, she said, but at the end of the day, it falls on me. I'm responsible. It doesn't matter what the details are. No, it don't matter what the details are because you the one who told the blogs, in my opinion. And then when she went to Mel with it, it was a failed performance. I think Kiki went to the blogs. I do think that she's jealous of Tisha. I do think Tisha's full of shit. Two things can be true, and I do think that she stole a measuring tape at a Home Depot. Um,
Oh,
I
so
think
3
she
things.
did.
It's true.
The three things can be true. Yeah, I think so. I think that whenever Kiki came on the show and ended up becoming Tisha's like arch enemy by way of Mel, people really gave Kiki benefit of the doubt. Like she could be
Yeah.
trusted. She ain't on drugs no more. Maybe she not. But I could never trust her fully. And I think we're just seeing a situation where she crossed Mel. So now everybody's just like, yeah, I don't know. Kiki, you played yourself. I think that's the last of Kiki we're gonna see.
I'm glad. When she walked away with her umbrella, I was like, farewell, good day. We bid you adieu with your allegedly tweaking ass. I'm sorry. She
Oh
was
my
tweaking
God,
all that
bro.
season, and everybody could pretend like she wasn't all they want to.
They was mad at
Um,
me.
she was absolutely tweaking. Low key, she
That's
was
what I
tweaking in this
said.
episode. Did y'all catch when? Well, not this
I was
episode,
thinking that
last,
when she was
when
sitting
she
with
was talking
Mel.
to Stormy. Well, when she, to
Oh,
me
when she was talking to
specifically, when
Stormy.
she was talking to Stormy, because there was a moment when they obviously edited something out that was that her and Amin was discussing, and she was like,
Mhm.
he ain't gonna never tell on them men. Okay. But yeah, I'm sorry, I don't like Kiki. I feel like the time for Kiki to say something was that season that they thought that they could do without Mel on the show. That was the time to for Kiki to say something. Y'all remember when they got into the big argument and Marceau was acting like,
At the family reunion
yes,
with
the
the
family
cousin
reunion
Bernard.
shit. Yes. To me,
Mm-hmm.
that was the time for her to say something.
It
And she
was.
didn't say
Mhm.
shit. So at the end of the day, after that, we didn't give a fuck about nothing you had to say. And I think she knew she fumbled it. So then she tried to come in again. And I think people kept blaming Mel, but I'm like, why y'all blame Mel for these things? Fuck Tisha. Fuck Tisha and
Even
Marceau.
Kiki even tried to blame Mel, and I was confused by that because I didn't like how is it Mel's fault? You came on a trip you was uninvited on. What did you want her to do?
You the one that threw a drink on your whole ass cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl,
And
I
knowing
was,
nobody wanted you around, you stayed.
because you wanted to be on camera so bad. But the time that it was time, you wasn't ready. So peace out, be. Go get yourself together. Go take care of yourself. Go figure out why, whatever you and your husband got going on over there. Because y'all got some weird shit going on between y'all. The energy is weird. I mean, not weird.
Yeah.
Y'all give them older couples that's not leaving each other, but y'all don't like each other neither.
Mm-hmm.
and y'all
You
probably
think
cheating on each
Mel
other.
helped her
So,
fake pass that drug test? Really?
No,
I don't know about that.
I think she just passed the drug test that time.
I
I
also
think
think whatever she was on might be out of your system in 72 hours, like a lot of other, you know, uppers. I'll say it like that. Because she gives uppers. She doesn't give downers. She was, I'm just saying, like her energy feel like I'm tweaking on some upper shit, not on some downer shit. And a lot of uppers get out your system within 72 hours. So she might have passed the drug test and then turned right around and been on some shit. We don't know. Either way, Kiki was pointless at this point. Once Tisha and Marceau decided that they were going to box her out, then that's it.
uh-huh. That
I
was done.
mean, am I saying it? I said she looked like she was tweaking. Like, do I need to say allegedly on somebody looking like they tweaking?
No, you don't have to say that. That's your
Like,
opinion. You
it's
didn't
just
say
my
she was for
opinion. I don't
sure.
know for a fact. I don't know for a fact anything. This is all conjecture.
Mm. Thank you. Paralegally exhausted. Kiki was a disaster waiting to happen from day one. She was on a recording. It was her. She was on a recording. Thank you for the super chat. She was on a recording telling T.
Yes. I think whoever the blogger is that she told her shit to, they recorded her.
And then you
And
gonna
then you
still get in them
lied.
ladies' face and lie? Ooh, girl, you done.
And you
Mel
played
was like,
yourself.
I'm not filming with you. It's no more.
Hang it up. Flat screen. Sorry.
Embarrassing, ma'am. Tisha and Kimmy sat down with Sonny, wanting to get the tea. What were y'all thoughts about that? Tisha was really vocal. I feel like that's the most vocal I've ever seen Tisha be. Like BITCH, that's shady. Like I don't even know if I want you around my husband. Sonny said, baby, don't nobody want them in. Now that's hilarious. She didn't want y'all men, but she definitely wanted Destiny's. But see, that one was a man that was not married. Okay. But that was an interesting sit down. I mean, they cool with Destiny. I wasn't really tripping off them going in or asking more questions to Sonny because I just feel like Sonny fake. Not completely fake, but when it comes to this storyline with Destiny, I just feel like she's not being 100%
Yeah.
honest.
I wasn't tripping either. That was probably one of the few times I like really agreed with Tisha, but I agree. She got beside herself talking about she could have been one of our husbands. Girl, don't nobody want y'all. Nobody wants your
Nobody wants
husband.
thick thighs. Nobody wants
Mm-mm.
thick thighs, but the women he's already cheating on you with, Tisha. Nobody
Uh-huh.
wants Marceau, but the women already cheating with that nigga. If they still doing it, because I do feel like he may have stopped since people started investigating him. But at the end of the day, Maurice and Marceau ain't shit, and I don't care. Y'all know I've been rewatching the season from season one. I have never rewatched the show, y'all. I've never rewatched it since it happened. I do not like these people even more. I'm still looking
Mm.
at the shit like, because everybody was like, Mel's not innocent, and Mel was trying to destroy other people's marriages, and I was just like, she didn't do enough as far as I'm concerned, because I would have dragged Marceau and Maurice down to the motherfucking pavement, especially because Kimmy and Tisha had an attitude towards Mel that whole first season that, oh, you thought you had the blueprint, but your husband is cheating. And so that's why we're doormats because our men aren't going to cheat on us. But you think you got an upper hand and they're cheating, that he's cheating on you. That's what they did to her. That's why she brought up Tisha and Marceau. Like, bitch, please stop acting like it's my fault that this nigga's cheating on me. Yeah, I chose myself. I chose my career. I chose my business. Now, what's your excuse? Because you ain't choose yourself, Kimmy. You ain't choose yourself, Tisha. So why they cheating on y'all with big back bitches in Atlanta just like my nigga was? Like, yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
If it was me, it would have been worse. And I don't give a fuck how anybody feels about it. I would have brought out receipts. I would have posted the shit on the internet. I would have posted everything I had since everybody want to act like, oh, I'm lying. I'd have been a bad guy that day because y'all keep trying to forgive Martell no matter how much he the bad guy.
Exactly. So one of my subscribers
Mm,
brought up a good point, which was even though
mhm.
I agree with Tisha, the point was the audacity of Kimmy and Tisha to sit there and talk to Sonny about girl code when they ain't never had girl code when it came to
To
Mel.
Mel, they did
And
not
that's
tell
the
her.
point. Never, ever, never, ever, ever did they give a fuck about Mel. Even into this season, I'm not aware that they give a fuck. It's clear that Marceau and Maurice don't give a fuck. They said that basically in the scene with Martell.
Y'all, I
Mhm.
literally just finished watching a scene. Y'all remember when Mel came to Black when they were still building it with her little black dress on, and she stormed in and got into it with Marceau, and she was getting into it with him because over the break he had talked about her mom and that sex tape, remember? And so she came together, but we forgot the fact that he had a restraining order on Martell. I forgot about that shit. I was like, so you mean to tell me this season we're about to have a scene with you talking to Mel about how you the one that married him, when after season 1 you had a restraining order against Martell because he was harassing you. So it's
I don't
crazy.
remember that.
Yes, y'all. I've been reading.
Wow.
Yes, y'all. It's crazy. He had a restraining. He said Martell kept calling him, and literally he was telling Mel and anybody that could, Cedric, anybody that could listen, Martell is out of pocket. Martell was harassing me, so I got a restraining order against his ass. So I'm like, so how you gonna sit here in season 8 and tell Mel that it's her fault? Like, he did the same thing to you. Yeah, I can't take it.
The secrets. It's the Brotherhood of Secrets.
It is because he kept saying that in season 2. He kept talking
I
about how
chose
y'all
not to
y'all
get a
ain't say
divorce.
nothing.
I've been through it. I chose not to get a divorce. Do you really want to talk about your marriage? I don't think so.
Yeah, he done did something. Yeah, because I'm looking at something now that says Marceau doesn't regret filing police report against the Holtz.
But who are the Holtz though? Because they say the Holtz, but I don't think Mel was included.
That this is on the OWN network, on the show. So I guess this is let me play a little bit of it. If it doesn't try to, flag or anything.
It just kills me how Martell does all of this stuff and now he's the victim.
Oh, I'm gonna play the
I don't understand it either.
Interesting.
Like, call me talking all this craziness, and then and the thing about it is, all I did was follow the truth. I don't have no restraining order against him. I even, as a matter of fact, and I told him this, and he knows this very clearly. Like, I don't got no restraining order against him, nothing.
Yeah, Tisha looking like you sure you don't.
You feel bad for filing the police report?
Hell no. Why that's irresponsible if I didn't.
To hell no.
So why are you so upset and not coming and not participating?
You said what?
Why do you think he's so upset and not coming and not participating?
You better drink your water.
I don't think for other people. I don't know.
Okay.
I can't tell.
Not assume. We'll just, whatever he told Kimmy is the reason.
I mean, I'm just thinking, I go by my observation. My observation is the fact that he didn't come because he says or whatever. I'm with whatever. Fine, don't come. I can't judge what he does. But it's just funny to me in my mind is that he's acting like it's he's acting like
you did something to him,
that I did something to him, and it's like, no, these are your own actions, buddy, and every one of your actions have conclusions. If he called me tomorrow and said the same thing, I'd do the exact same thing.
Oh snap. Not me about to sit up here and watch the show, child. Let me mute. The next one was about to be Tisha and Mel about to have the conversation about the police report that ended up being filed. So I don't know. It sounds like he didn't have him on one. Hold on one second. Uh-oh. Let's bring that back.
to my event, and I'm happy that we're really able to let the guys handle their things, and we stay focused on us. So
for now, we've been able to.
Yeah, no,
it stays that way.
No, it's gonna stay that way. I'm
not lie. Like even coming out here today, Martell really wasn't checking for me coming, feeling like you're gonna be out with people who filed a police report on me. You know what I'm saying?
He has a reason to. That's what I'm saying. Martell has to learn how to take responsibility for his action. He keeps trying to blame things on other people. Marcel did not just file a police report on you just for fun. You threatened him, so he felt the need to protect himself and his family.
Didn't she just say that we need to let the guys stay with the guys and us work on us? Like, she just said that. What I'm about to do, I'm about to take the damn olive branch I gave her and pop upside the head with it. Because, girl, you going all over the place in your mind. Make up your mind.
Whew, all right. So
They I
that's
want to say they kept trying to make Mel responsible for everything that Martell did. Because Tisha was doing that, and like, Tisha, what do you want her to do? Like, go ahead, Jami. I can't. This is why I still don't like them to this day, and nobody's gonna change my mind about how I felt about it back then. Now that I've rewatched it,
and it's just real interesting to me that this looks like it's from season 1, maybe season 2, and nothing has really changed. Like, we still at a place where Martell does not know how to take accountability for his actions, and we still at a place where Miss Marlene gonna uphold him in all of his function, and it gets on my nerves so much. I hate it. It's always my baby, this or that. Like, he just don't do anything wrong, and he
wait.
literally be. And you know what? Did y'all see how he sat and talked to his mama about the police report? I mean, about the charges, and made it
Yeah.
seem like he didn't do nothing,
Over
and
a
then
text
came out and said,
message?
"I mean, I did send. There was something that went. I did send something with it."
Listen though,
Boy.
I was just rewatching this episode, right? So it was the episode when
Mhm,
before this scene right here that you showed us, but it was
mhm.
when Martell was talking to Miss Marlene, and Miss Marlene was like, "This is why we liked Miss Marlene at first, because she was like, I know you still cheating. I know you still cheating. I don't believe you." And she was like, and she started crying. She was like, "That girl not gonna keep dealing with your mess."
Oh, yep.
Like she was on it. But I
I
think that
remember that.
yes, and I think for a minute it wasn't until they actually divorced, and I think he might have moved in with Miss Marlene. But to me, I sometimes feel like Miss Marlene is scared of Martell because before she used to low key be on Mel's side a lot of the time. And it wasn't until like almost, I want to say more recently, that I feel like she'd be like, "Nah, she needs to leave you alone." Like, she just go along with anything he say. But he does shit to, I think, make Miss Marlene stressed out. Like, remember that time he wanted, I think it might have been the shit with Ariane. He wanted her to watch the kids, and she was like, "I'm not watching the kids," and he got mad at his mama, and they hadn't been
Mhm.
talking, and he kind of talked about being upset with her. Like, I feel like Miss
He talked
Marlene is,
about it to the therapist.
yes, I feel
Mhm.
like Miss Marlene is scared of Martell.
I don't think she's scared. I think she just feel bad for him. I think she was talking all that shit before, like, yeah, Mel gonna leave, probably never thinking Mel was gonna leave. And then once she did and she saw how hurt he was, she felt bad for him more than she felt bad for Mel. It's insane.
Thank you for the super chat, QT and Keisha L. According to Mrs. Marlene, he's a good man, Savannah. Thank you for the super chat. With Miss Marlene, I feel like she kind of switched up on Mel because I guess I because Mel then made him her problem again by separating herself from him, going over there to your mama, and now he's your problem. You deal with him. And I feel like that probably has something to do with why she decided to, part of what Niecy said, and then also now he's my problem. Like, you could have kept your family together, whatever, whatever. So I think that's part of the reason why Miss Marlene switched up. Was there anything else that happened on the show though that we cared to talk about? I mean, I think that was
Um,
it.
this episode, besides the Sunny situation, Tisha
Mhm.
talking to Sunny and Kimmy. We said that
Yeah.
Kimmy and Tisha ain't never had no girl codes. So how they gonna talk to Sunny? First of all, Sunny look like a cone head. That shit is hilarious to me. Like, whenever I've seen the cone heads back in the day.
She makes
So
me think
Jamie
of
was
an Ethiopian. I wonder if she may be Ethiopian.
that's her
I
trying to be
know it's gonna
nice.
be me.
I was thinking, no,
No,
that
I
was
know, but it was on the heels of Bondi saying Conehead.
like,
So I
no,
was
because
like,
Cause
Damn.
she giving a lot of forehead, but let me tell you something. And I felt like this since the beginning. I can't feel too bad because at the end of the day, then people got married. Even if this lady is a delusional pick me, and she told me she was delusional when she said she ain't know how people was gonna respond to her. Bitch, how long you been on Love and Marriage Huntsville as a producer for you not to know how these people act about this show? You sound delusional. Then you said that Destiny was a side chick. So you mean to tell me Destiny was a side chick and you decided to enter into a relationship with a man that got a whole bunch of different women and he color his beard? Bitch, you stupid. You stupid. You want to get cheated
and
on.
he put a T at the end of scene. He said "sent" 4 times. And tell me when you stop going to school.
Who? I was just about to say super duper senior. It's giving super duper senior. So yeah,
I do want to hear
I'm
from Sonny though, because I feel like there's simple things that were not answered. Carlos showed his podcast in the episode, but the thing I want to know is, when did y'all meet? Did y'all ever meet while she was friends with Destiny, or was it more so of a like every time he on FaceTime with Destiny, you know, you in the background? Like, that's a simple question that I felt like we didn't get answered at all.
What was the question again?
How did Sonny and Moses meet? Like, yes, we know it's by way of Destiny, but were y'all interacting through Destiny? Did you see him in person every time you saw Destiny? Did you see him on FaceTime, or was
That's
it
a good
like
question.
you knew of Moses? Like, it's questions that they're not answering at all.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. I would think probably FaceTime. She knew something, or either she knew something about his appearance enough, either by way of maybe it was on FaceTimes or whatever, enough to where when she went back to a event back at home, he was there at that event, and she bumped into him and said, "Oh, that's Destiny Man." So then she FaceTime. I guess he spoke to her, or whatever. She FaceTime Destiny, or called Destiny, and him and
they
Destiny
called her
chatted for a
Megamind.
second, then got off the phone, and then, oh my,
I can't unsee
and
it. I
then
can't unsee it. I'm sorry.
that was it. But I think that she said that he got her number as well from one of her cousins, because he was into real estate and learned that she was in real estate too. And so he used that as an angle to like connect with her. So that's kind of how they got kicked
I'm gonna
off.
just say I don't like Sonny. I don't like Moses. I think they're both snakes. But I also don't feel bad for fraud ass Destiny, because Destiny, we were questioning what the fuck was going on with you and Martell for the longest. So you was giving bottom bitch. So I'm just not really, I'm not really running, skipping, and jumping to see you as a victim in a situation with a man that seems to be a hoe. Like, you had your time with him, it didn't work out. He moved on to, you know, Superhead, Mega Mind, whatever the fuck you want to call a conehead looking ass lady. But the conehead looking at, you know, conehead bitch lying about y'all not being friends. Cause how you giving a bitch money and they not your friend? Like, you a snake. But Tisha, baby, you're a snake too. And you and Kimmy, y'all should know about being snakes behind some dick. Cause if there's anything y'all gonna do, is snake a woman over some dick. If there's anything y'all gonna do. Like, I mean, think about it. Even when you think about Kiki and Tisha relationship, something makes me feel like, as much as Kiki and Tisha seem like assholes to each other, they probably would still be cool if it wasn't for Marceau. Like, they seem to have like a love hate, because when I think about it, a lot of it was like, Kiki ain't shit. Please don't get me wrong, but I also feel like they would have found a way to kind of do that love hate relationship thing instead of just cutting each other off. Because they had that when they were younger. Even if they weren't getting along, it was like, we not getting along, but then we back cool. We not getting along, then we back cool. Not to say that that's healthy or anything, but Marceau isolates Tisha. So sometimes I feel like he causes issues in her relationships with other women on purpose, so she won't trust other women. So she won't ever trust what anybody says except for him. Because your mama didn't say some shit, your cousin didn't say some shit, Mel didn't say some shit. Kimmy act like she ain't say no shit, and she just put her head in the air and close her eyes and act like she ain't hear nothing. But I just kind of feel like, you know, Marceau does a lot of work to keep Tisha isolated out, you know, not having good relationships with other women. It's also her fault, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Thank you, Keisha L, for the super chat. He probably used to slide Marlene money before the divorce. Oh, gotcha. Thank you for the super chat. With Sonny, you wanted that man, now you got him. I feel like Moses is an opportunist. And I feel like he was trying to use Destiny, and Destiny didn't necessarily allow it because she didn't want people in her business. And you saw an opportunity with Sonny, but you used the situation of her being in real estate to not really showcase the fact that you're seeking clout. a bit. That's what I think about you. And another reason why I feel like you ain't shit, and I've said this before, is because your name starts with an M, and it's giving Martell, Maurice, Marceau. So yeah, and a lot of what you said and what Sonny said is sounding like Martell. So we hate to see it, but that's what it's given.
Hold up,
Anything
y'all.
else
They
on these
fumbled it.
people? What's wrong?
I wanted to ask y'all opinion on this comment I just saw, and I want to know how y'all feel.
Mm-hmm.
Waist Beast by
Okay.
Bree said, well, I don't know, because I stand and ride or die for my brothers, and they be wrong. I tell them, but hell, they grown. I meet all hoes.
I don't get him.
So is it like
Ride or
you
die for
know
my
they
brother.
be yeah, so it's like they be out here fucking over these women, but you don't never say nothing, and you just say, you just like, oh girl, he love you. And then he ain't shit. But then you tell him behind closed doors, hey nigga,
Oh,
you ain't
I
shit.
meet all hoes. Does that mean
That
you meet
mean
all the hoes
all
they
of
fucking with?
yes.
And you not saying nothing?
Yeah.
Breed, not you be over there. No, you be the one that be like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, he really like you. Oh, you cute.
That's what I was
Knowing you just
thinking.
met the other lady.
Girl,
Girl,
that's what we
easy
do.
peasy.
Yeah,
She
and I
said,
Tell me
tell
you
yeah,
them.
and I
ain't.
said,
Tell me
"Ooh."
you ain't got no sisters. Tell me you ain't got no sisters. You's only
Oh,
child.
she said she tells them about each other, and they
So
still
what
stay.
riding
Oh,
and
I
dying
do. I
mean
tell the
though?
women and they say, okay, my bad, Brie. I
No,
misunderstood.
no. Because what
Tell
does
the women.
riding and dying mean then? Because to me, it feel like
Mm.
you over there betraying something in order to be there for them, and now you trying to clean it up in the comments and tell us you tell them too, and they stay. And I believe you that at some point they find out and they stay, but I don't think you be the one that be telling them. I think they find out because your brother probably sloppy. I'm just wondering because that
She
would just
said,
I just wouldn't
brothers.
do that. I would be like, don't bring that shit around me if you don't want me to say nothing, because I'm not about to fake the funk for you. So don't do that.
I know that's real.
Like, be single, my nigga. Don't put me in your lies.
I had to tell one of my brothers, I ain't trying to meet him. Don't bring him around. I don't want to meet him. No, thank you.
Right? If
Nope.
they hoes, they
Won't
don't
even
need to
give me
meet
the
me.
I'm good.
Like, just
I don't
have
need to
fun
meet
with
him.
them women. Let them experience you. You experience them, but they don't need to come to the house. They don't need to meet us. Like, why you bringing
Don't
random
need
people up? Bitches that's gonna be
don't
mad
even know
fucking
how
up
long they gonna
Corby.
last.
Listen, she gonna be
Don't need me.
outside the family house keying everybody call at Thanksgiving. Fuck your whole
She says, "Oh
family,
no."
Dwayne.
She says, "Oh no, I'm 46. My brother was married to my BFF for 30 years, and it was back and forth. I've been through it. Like, nigga, no." And she was doing it too. I was like, I'm done. But you
Okay.
said you meet all the hoes.
I had to throw my hands up. This sounds like some mess. Sounds like you need to email us at
Okay, and let us
ooladiesfirstpanel@gmail.com.
know what's
Look, I
really
was thinking the
good.
same thing. Like, please email us. We ain't gonna say her who name. Just send it. Send more.
Okay,
That
because
was
we like
interesting.
the mess.
That's messy.